I had passion for fashion. So I remember I started reading fashion magazines. Then my dad is a journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad's a journalist. My dad's late comes for those. And then he was the editor of I think the Nation newspapers at that time. So I think he usually comes home with all the newspapers that were existing. And then we used to have this is it This Day Lifestyle?
Okay.
And this Vogue, maybe from Vanguard.
From
yes.
Vanguard, yeah.
So,
The
yes,
pull out,
those pull outs,
yeah.
those pull outs. So I remember then I would get all those pull outs, bring them, arrange them, and then begin to look at, because they were majorly focused on fashion,
yes,
and all of that. So that's where the whole passion started from and developed from there to what we have today.
That's quite interesting to hear. That's quite interesting to hear. So, Mr. Damilola Otu Fodurin, I want to ask you, what challenges did you face in the beginning?
Okay, so for me, starting out in the beginning, the major challenge I faced was that I couldn't get access to the people that I needed to mentor me at that point in time. So I remember in my third year,
yeah,
in the University of Lagos, there was this program going on, Lagos Fashion and Design Week, by one of the big brands, big bank brands then, which is still is something they do every year.
Okay.
So I remember I went then. It was organized in I think Eco Convention Center. So I went and I got access to the people that I needed to meet. That was where the whole game changed, because I got direct access. I was able to intern under people that I always looked up to in those magazines. I was able to meet them directly, get all the information I needed to start up. So the challenge earlier was not getting the people, but eventually, as this opportunity came on board, I took opportunity and I got what I needed.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
That's so nice.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Sir, I'm always curious because in the street, in Lagos street, you always find, in every street you pass through in Lagos, there's always one tailor shop, in every street in Lagos. Sir, for that person who is aspiring to be, because I've always seen you as the Mai Atafu of Africa, the next Mai Atafu of Africa. I've always seen you as the next Mai Atafu. So what is your what can you share your insights? What are those things that you are still doing now that is still keeping you relevant in the field?
Okay, so
in the industry,
like you said, you mentioned that in every street they virtually find
one tailor shop,
and it's a standard. If you observe the fashion scene, in 2013, 2014, there was like a very major shift, and that was around the time that I was also coming in. There was a major shift. Then we really did not have a lot of people who are exposed and, will I say, knowledgeable were doing the fashion business. The few people that we have, like the Maratofo that you mentioned, they were not really loud. Then Instagram was just coming up.
Yeah.
So there was no much. It was not in people's face like it is today. So one of the things that happened was that this shift started happening when people started knowing that, fashion business can actually be big. People like Vodi started coming on Instagram, started becoming more popular. Fashion brands started organizing runways and things like that. So for anyone that would want to move from just being that roadside tailor to becoming something, is to actually observe the trends and then look at it in this way that yes, you can start from the streets, you can start from sewing for people in the street, but if you do not get the right exposure, you might not move from there. I'm here today. I'm doing this interview. Business is ongoing. Ongoing. I don't necessarily have to be sewing clothes, sitting down, sewing clothes, because I understood early that what was important is the business of fashion, and really not even the production. And that's where many of the street tailors miss it.
Yeah.
So you find a lot of people sit down. You had learned how to sew.
What is the business of fashion?
The business of fashion is knowing how to sell what you are bid. Knowing how to market, knowing how to sell the things that you have made. Trust me, there are a lot of good tailors. There are a lot of them. If you go on TikTok right now, you find a lot of
thousands
people,
of
them. You literally think that's the only profession that is involved. Now, but you find out that many of these people really do not understand the business of fashion, and that is where the thing is, because you can actually be very skilled. Some of the people that work with me are, I dare say that they are 10 times better than I am in the things that they can do, but they necessarily do not have the skill. Some of them are even people that have gone to school, not even saying, because, well, you find many tailors, many artisan tailors are probably people that have not gone beyond secondary school and things like that. But I know those that have even exceeded, that have gone to probably polytechnic universities and things like that, who still don't understand the business of fashion.
Thank you so much, sir. I really love your insights. Can you really share how you built your customer base?
Okay, so how I built the customer base? Well, for me, I would say I started from privilege. And that's one thing I always tell people. I started from privilege. I didn't have to struggle as much as many people. Why? I come from at least an above average family. I was raised in that kind of family, and my parents already had a network of people. So this is the truth. I always like to tell people.
Okay.
My parents already had quite a number. And the first set of people that patronized me were people that were my parents' friends, were people that my dad knew, some people that they just said, "Oh, Mr. Leko's son does this," and that actually gave me the platform. That gave me the platform. Over time, I was able to continue and build, and now build clientele beyond that reach that I originally had at the start.
And you didn't just rest just because your parents were influential. You didn't just rest, yeah.
No. The thing there is that, trust me, that one will only take you. That was just the
platform.
That was just the platform.
The foundation. Yeah.
That was just the foundation. And then, take for example, if $10 child opens a fashion brand today,
it will blow.
Everybody will buy clothes from them.
Whether it's good or not.
Even if you don't need
because of the name attached.
Yes, you buy from there because, and that already gives them the leverage. They can now move on from there. So it's not resting on the privilege.
Talking about your brand visibility, how did you build that?
Okay, so, and I always say that you cannot afford not to take social media serious. Because one of the things social media has done for us is that that's giving us a level playing ground for everybody, both big businesses. So if I run a sponsored ad, right, and Matafo runs a sponsored ad, and they are practically paying the same thing, might not be as big as them, but you see my advert just like you are seeing his. So probably if maybe you cannot afford his price, you probably will look for a price that maybe is and you come to. So the thing is that you can't take social media serious. You can't take Instagram, TikTok. I tried taking TikTok serious about some months ago. I used to be like 120 something on TikTok, followers on TikTok. So I started pushing tutorials on TikTok constantly. Within 1 month, it grew to about 6,000 followers. From there, the orders I get on
gold
TikTok,
mine.
I never knew TikTok was a gold mine. I never knew it was a gold mine. Every day I get orders from TikTok.
Hold your thoughts. All right, Lagos, which is an interesting time out here with our guest, Mr. Damilola Otufodurin, who is here to share insights, to us. He is a fashion designer, a world-class fashion designer in the making, for that matter. All right, Lagos, we're going on a quick commercial break, on a quick music break. When we return, Damilola Otufodurin will tell us how he has been able to leverage his business, using social media. We'll be back after this. Thank you.
Overt, loud and clear.